In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a handful of tricks on how I developed the patience muscle that I have today, how it's holding you back, and this video is coming at a perfect time because I get asked time and time again how I improve my patience, how I've been patient, and hopefully this video is going to help you in a huge way. If it does, whenever you're feeling like this is helping you throughout the video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as it helps me a lot. Anyways, let's jump into the video. All right, guys, so you guys know by this point, if you've been watching my videos, I am a multiple six-figure day trader in the forex market, funded, of course. And I've been through it all. I've been through the ups, I've been through the downs, and along my 4 years of trading, I have literally been getting spanked at the bottom to rise into the top, right? And that's kind of how it goes, right? You fall, but you're always falling forward, right? You're doing everything that you can on a day-to-day basis to get there. You're seeing negative results, and then you slowly chip away, you slowly get better and better and better. But in my opinion, besides obviously technical analysis and the time that you have to put into the craft, the most important thing holding people back from that next level, from consistency, just from that next level in general, is patience, right? And I know multiple traders who have been trading a long time, who are great traders, but they still struggle with patience. The best traders that I know are patient, right? I am blessed in this space to be surrounded by some amazing traders, right? Multiple hundreds of thousands, up into the seven figures. And I'm able to learn from these people, right? I'm able to learn what they did, what they didn't do. And then I'm able to, relate it to my own journey and then share it to you guys. And I think it brings a lot of value. It's crazy because I truly believe this is the number one thing holding traders back. I truly believe. And along my journey at the beginning, honestly, up until a couple year mark, I struggled with patience. I thought I always had to be involved in the markets. You guys are aware from my last video or a couple videos ago, I talked about how summer months I barely trade because it's like the graveyard months, right? There's not a lot of liquidity in the markets. And if you were to tell Mac that from a couple years ago, he wouldn't care. He would think there are opportunities every single day. And if I'm not trading every single day, I'm hurting my growth. I'm stunting my growth. When in reality, if I looked at all the big traders, all the people I was looking up to in the game, they were taking vacations in August. They were not trading a lot in August. And why is that? Like, you got to ask yourself, if 90% of traders lose and 99% of traders are trading every single day, what are the big dogs doing? The big dogs are sitting out, right? And it was this realization that made me think, okay, less is more. How can I become more patient, right? Because patience is a muscle. I've talked about this in a previous video, but I wanted to bring light on it again. Patience is a muscle. Patience isn't something that you just show up and have. It's something that you have to grow, right? Like the muscle. You go to the gym, you work out, over time, you grow that muscle, you develop that muscle, right? The cool thing about patience is you don't really have to do anything. It literally is the art of doing nothing. Patience is waiting for your opportunity to show up. And your opportunity is based on your criteria, right? Your trading plan, your checklist, whatever it may be. But you know, heading into the market each day, what your setup is. And if you don't, then this video will be something you guys need to watch later on. But I do think you can find a lot of value from this. But you should know on a day-to-day basis what you are looking for, right? You know exactly your setup. And usually for myself, I only trade like an hour a day. So when I go down in the morning, I know pretty much within a 10-minute span if I'm going to have a trade that day. And if I don't, I just close the charts because I know that there is nothing going on. And I know that the odds of me finding my high probable setup, they just aren't there. I wait. I'm patient for the next day, right? I'm patient. And this goes for anything in life, right? Patience is everything. Delayed gratification is everything, especially in trading, right? When you guys are just starting out, maybe you're on your journey right now. When you just start out, you have to have that delayed gratification because you aren't going to see results right away. You're going to see negative results. And that goes for anything. You're starting a business, you're an entrepreneur, you're going to the gym, whatever it is. If it's something you really want to work towards and it's a big goal, it's going to take time. You're not just going to have that result right away. And social media, you may see all these people, you may look at me and think that I got this all overnight, but that's not true. Years and years of hard work, years and years of just getting beat down and then eventually finding the light and finding what works and then following. So in this video now, what I'm going to do is give you the tips and tricks on how I developed patience, how I got better. And honestly, you could use it these next couple of weeks as August ends into the first weeks of September. The market is going to be slow and this is going to be a perfect time for you to develop your patience muscle. So what I want you guys to do, what helped me, I'll give you tip number one. Tip number one was showing up, committing myself to a week or two, right? And you can do longer, but committing myself to a week or two of just sitting there each morning and watching price and fighting every single urge you have to get involved in the market. It sounds easy, but it's not. I promise you, because I've been there. When you see a setup, you just want to act on it. So what I want you to do is develop that patience muscle, sit there, feel the temptations of wanting to get involved in the market, and tell yourself you're waiting. You're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting. Okay, so that's tip number one, is literally sit there and just watch price. And you can mark it up live. You can mark it up as time's going on. You can put the RR tool on and all that stuff, but fight that urge and just watch price develop. And I promise you this is gonna help. And what made me take advantage of this was slow months. It was a slow period where I wasn't finding any setups, and I just sat there, and over time I compounded this patience muscle. And this honestly is what changed my trading forever, because you can be the sickest trader. You can do so well on back testing. You can do all that stuff, but there's no patience when you're back testing, right? Because you can just fast forward. It's very, very quick. Whereas in the market, you have to wait, you have to be patient, right? And this is truly what took my trading to the next level, because you can have all the plan, you can have the sickest plan, you can have the best technical analysis skills, but if you're not patient to wait for that plan to develop, you're not gonna find success in the markets. You're just gonna get slaughtered and slaughtered and slaughtered. The next thing that I did to improve my patience muscle was give myself a number of trades per day or per week, and I had to stick within those parameters. It's like putting a cap on how much you can do, but at the same time, it helps you, because in reality, for me, for example, there's usually, I'd say, a setup every day, or maybe 3 A+ setups per week, depending on the market conditions. So if that's the stat that I know from my back testing and just my overall experience in the markets, why would I be taking 3, 4, 5 setups a day? There just isn't. There isn't those A+ setups, right? So what I would do is put a cap on myself. So I would give myself a 1 trade per day limit. And what that 1 trade per day limit did was it allowed me to be patient and wait for the absolute best setup possible in that session to execute on. And if there was nothing, I would just move on to the next day. Because I have multiple traders in my community that come into my community and they haven't developed this patience muscle yet. And honestly, this trick has helped so many of them, because giving yourself that limit, you got one shot, you got one bullet in the chamber. I have a student who literally would lose all the time. As soon as he started implementing this, it's changed his trading completely. And all it was give yourself a cap. So like I said, step number 2 would be give yourself a cap in terms of taking 1 setup per day. Or if you're trading London and New York, maybe give yourself 2 setups per day, 1 per session. Or you narrow it down to like 3 A+ setups per week. And then with that stat, you're honestly able to see over a period of time how many times your A+ setup kind of shapes up. And it's a little bit different than backtesting, because you're actually developing that patience. Whereas in backtesting, like I said, there is no patience. I find you just fast forward, right? You know, if you're watching this video, that's exactly what happens. But honestly, those 2 things are what took my trading to the next level, because like I said, you can be the best at technicals, you can be the greatest trader, the greatest person reading charts, but if you don't have that patience muscle developed, it can hurt you, right? Like for example, if you don't have patience and you pass your funded account, all you're gonna wanna do is run that funded account all the way up, right? If you don't have the patience to, okay, I'm up a couple percent, I'm gonna wait now for my payout, get the funds and do that, you're gonna get slaughtered. And all these prop firms, we're so blessed to have these prop firms. I'm gonna finish the video here. The best traders I know in my circle that are just absolutely destroying prop firms and have helped me do so well with prop firms, they literally get up a couple percent, they're patient with it, they're patient waiting for the payout. They're not even just patient in the markets, they're patient while they wait for their payout as well, right? And patience is a skill. It's a skill set that I think you guys have to develop to not only succeed as traders, but to succeed as people, right? And grow as a person, right? It takes time. Anything worthwhile takes time, right? And if you want to become that best version of yourself, it's going to take time. You're not going to be the best version of you, the best trader you can possibly be just after 1 week, 1 month. You have to put the habits in place. And I know if you're watching this video, you're in the right place to learn all that. So what do I say at the end of every single video, guys? Let's be 1% better every single day. I bet you're noticing the setup is all different. I move in a couple days, so I will be bringing you guys a updated office tour soon. So excited for you guys to see this place. It's unbelievable. So grateful. And yeah, I just appreciate every single one of you. So if you made it to the end, Thank you so much. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.